AUG. Right here is like the magazine. Don't want to cut that out though. You want to cut the body out, and I will try to put a picture up and in the description for like just this. There's going to be a long hole that we're going to have to cut out for the tube, because if you look at the AUG, there's kind of a lump here. So I figured we could just take a toilet paper tube rolled up. Over here, we're going to cut a hole in for like the ejection slot for where bullets go, but that's not going to be working, of course. Right here is where I figure this is like what you press down to like make the magazine come out. And don't cut this or the mag out, because we'll do that separately, otherwise it will not work or fit. Up here, if you could see, this is upside down, by the way. Pretty sure you guys figured that out though. So this is going to be like where your hand goes, your handle. Here's the grip for it. Here's the front piece. Right around here is going to be a trigger, and don't cut out the trigger also. So what I've already done to start, to like kind of give myself a head start so that it won't take as long, is cutting. Now, I don't know how good you guys can see the cutting, but let's just start. So you're going to want to trace around the whole outside. Don't cut the tube or the part that I said will be the ejection slot yet. Just cut the whole body basically once. Then once you cut it out once, you're going to roughly just have to cut it out, trace it, then cut it out again. Also, I don't recommend this with like just cardboard, but it might work. Might work. I don't know though. I've never done it on cardboard. I don't think it would turn out that good, but it would work though. I've seen some people do it on cardboard. Just not this gun though. This gun is like the first one I think I've seen on YouTube. Alright, so here is kind of our main like side body. So that way it can kind of go up against your shoulder. It's not that big, but it works. So as you can see, this is where the tube's going to be. And we're going to have a slit up here. This is where the mag's going to be, is right here. Then around here is where that little, like, you push in and you can pull out the mag. And then this I just drew on for detail because maybe you could put a little pin on or something to make it hold something. Alright, so now what you're going to want to do is this. You're going to want to take your knife. I don't know if you guys can see this that well. Let me check. You're going to cut out this black square. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second once I cut it out. Alright. Remember, don't cut all the way out to the end. Leave some space there so that way it can be, like, we can top it off. Otherwise, it's just going to look weird then. But the AUG looks weird normally, so maybe it'll actually work. Alright. Take your time cutting also. If you're like, you can pause the video and stuff and start and try cutting. That's usually what I do in other tutorials. I've made other guns. Like, I made a PPSH. Oh, crap. I made a PPSH, a ray gun, AK-47, USP-45. So yeah, basically you're going to cut this top part off. So now what you're going to want to do is just trace it again. Okay, well I screwed up at first, so I figured that there'll be an easier way. Just cut the whole square off. If you already didn't, just cut that little square out, just cut the whole square off. Also, you're going to want some sandpaper. We can sand this down like so. Just like this. Sand it down. Or if you have like a sander, that'll work too. Anything really will. Feeling it should be like about smooth. You could always go you can always go back to it if you want. Alright, so now this is the main part that we got so far. Now what you're going to want to do is this. You're going to want to lay it on the other side so that it's facing this way. Now, what we're going to do then, let me just cut this part real quick, I didn't see that. Alright, so you're going to sand the outsides later. Now, what we're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to make like pieces to stand up, or about however tall you want. You're gonna want to lay it out about here. Leave some space around here, about I don't know, maybe that much space or something. Like, you don't want to fill the whole thing though, otherwise that'll just take too long and too much cardboard. So that's gonna be where the mag's gonna like go in. Alright, so let's get started on the next part. Is we're gonna take foam core. This is another sheet, by the way. I have a few sheets, but alright. So we're gonna take foam core, and then you're gonna just like look at it. You're gonna lay it down. See about how long you want. Make little tick marks. See about how tall you want. Let's just put it about right there. So now let's make it go straight across. It doesn't have to be good lines. I never draw good lines, because once I cut, I try making it look as good as I can. Alright, what you're going to want to do is to start cutting. Yeah, I say though, watch your fingers. Please, like, if you have to wear goggles, if you're using like a saw or something, wear goggles. If you're like gonna cut, please just watch your fingers. Don't cut yourself. I don't know how many times I've done this, cutting myself on accident. So now what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to just kind of finish this up here, so I can quickly give that demonstration. Like, alright, so now you guys will see this little strip here. We're going to take the gun, lay it on its side, and lay this down. So it's like this. Then what you're going to want to do is just tack glue it. Now, I'm going to say leave some space up here, and just leave some space down here because of the slide, because of the mag. You can put it up though, however, to your line edge to where you wanted it to stop, because soon we're going to have to do that anyway, so it'd be better if you just did it now. What this will do though with the spacing is if you lay another layer on top, like that, it'll make it where it's like, it'll feel solid. It'll feel solid kind of. And then, oh, also, try not to get it where the tube's going to go, where that tube's going to have to go. Because if you do that, then you could possibly screw up the whole tube part. So you're gonna have to just watch it. Actually, it'd probably be better if you just cut out the tube space now, and then like just kind of like cut it out. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, though. So that's what we're gonna do now. Is we're gonna like trace out a long, thin line. Try not to make it that big. Try to keep it away from the space in the mag. And you're going to want to kind of curve it at the end. Just keep that line going. You want to go over it a second time like I am, so you can like make it about the right size that you want. So that's about the size. Now let's just check. Yeah. So what you're gonna want to do is put a little hole. See how far that is from the mag slot still? That just means now that you can cut it out. You guys get the idea though, so now just keep cutting